Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Before we begin, I had like to ask you one simple question. How many of you have ever looked at a student and felt something is different today, even though you could not explain it? Thank you. That feeling is exactly what we are going to talk about today. First of all, thank you, Pravina, for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to be here with you. I am Usha Rani, counseling psychologist, child and parent therapist, global therapist. Today's topic is supporting student mental health in the classroom, practical strategies for educators. So every child carries an invisible backpack. So as we know what is backpack, right? We olders also carry backpack, baggages like at workplace, for social gathering, nowadays social media anxieties. So all over we carry baggages. At child doesn't know what is a backpack, invisible backpack. How they are carrying. We know according to our backpack, we show our behavior through the expressions, through the physical behaviors, we show our the frustration. A child doesn't know how to show that. That is called the invisible backpack. What is that here? This is here anxiety, family problems, bullying, academic pressure, low self-esteem. Now watch for changes, not just behavior. Behavior, it's very visible, right? So whatever we're doing, we can see that. So how you will notice as an educator, as a parent, as a caregiver, how you will notice? Here are the few, like quiet or withdrawn behavior, anger or irritability, poor concentration, frequent absence, a sudden drop in grades, avoiding friends. These backpacks you can see in your children, at home or in a school, wherever you can see some type of the backpack they are carrying here. So in each every slide, I'm sharing a small stories, my case studies that just I change names here. So better to understand how you will notice changes in a student or in your child at home, anywhere it can be. So here you can see the ones in your class. You have 15 to 20 students, right? In that students, maybe on 5 or 6 students is a very active. Maybe for every questions they will answer you, every time they will raise their hands, maybe they will actively they will participate in each and every activity. All of a sudden one student is not answering you, not raising her hand. What can it be? So that notice is very important here. So you can see here one student is all time sitting at lunchtime sitting alone. The teacher noticed. When she got noticed, she connected to the school counselor and she got to know that she was bullied by others. What is bully? Bullied, comparisons, this all things, judgments, the child confidence become very low. The child will not open up. The child doesn't want to share anything because of the judgments, fearness. The small notice, one observant adult can change the direction of a child. If suppose in at this place, if teacher is not noticing, parents are not noticing what is happening with the child, it will take it, maybe it will be regular negligency or reluctant, any can be there. So the child will face whole year. It will take overcome to after long time. If you visiting any psychologist, it will take long time to overcome. So this is a small notice. Here is a one example for it here. So now here 5 strategies any teacher can use, not a teacher, parents, career, anyone can use this. For the strategies, no one needs any psychology degree here, right? No training, nothing at all. Because before teacher, before first we are a parents here. As a mom is first parents will notice that a small thing, anything is happening in your child. Because suppose your child is not eating, not is now not taking nap properly, he's not going to school properly, then that small notice you can see that my child is not there. So immediately you will rush to your right person, you will take the suggestions here. So for these strategies, no one needs any psychology degree here. So here is a few strategies here. Build trust before teaching, create safe classroom, check in with emotions, respond, don't react, know when to refer. This is a very important. As a parent, as a teacher, caregiver, anyone can use this strategies here. So in each and every slides, we are going to discuss about this strategies here. Build trust before teaching. How will take trust in a child? because trust is very important, right? So I used to tell parents in my sessions, first build the trust with your child, because why child is not sharing with you things, what is happening in a school, any playground, anywhere it can be. If anything is happening, the child has fearness because of the judgments, because of the punishments, because the people will start pointing. So that child is not going to open up. So how you will build the trust here? First, you have to connect, right, child? Once you start connecting, then you will get the connection here. Anyone can it be there. So trust in any relationship, trust is very important. Not for the child. Child is a maybe different strategies we are using here. For the child is a different strategy. For adults also there are different strategies. So each and every relationship is a trust is very important here. So what? How you will bring trust? You can see here small story. When teacher is greeting, when teacher will enter, she will enter the, she will greet. Maybe some few students, when one of the students she is not able to greet, maybe he will sit in his place only, right? Whoever, whether he or she, right? So the teacher came the notice that why this child is not greeting me today. What is happening? Why the child is sitting quietly? So now in between the class, you can't ask questions, direct questions. Why you're not doing this and that? You can't scream and you can't give any punishments here. What you have to do? First, you have to, after the class, you have to take the child in any other safe place where the child will be very comfortable. Just build the conversation. How will build the conversation? Here, phrases is very much matter here, because all positive phrases. The child should open up. Maybe in one or two phrases he will not open up. So how you will go to build the trust? Yes, I can understand. This is a positive few phrases I am giving here. Like, I trust you. I appreciate you if you share with me. Everything will be confidential. I am not going to judge you. You can share whatever the feelings you have to me. You can share. I am here to help out you. So need not to worry. I am here. It doesn't matter if you're doing anything wrong or right. That's okay. I am here. That small positive phrases, big impact on your child. When maybe one or two phrases, if it's not working, maybe you have to add more phrases here, positive phrases. Then child will trust, because after parents, children will trust teachers, they to educators, because they whatever the teacher says, that's right to your children. We know that, right? So that confidence, that trust you're building with the trust, then the child will start sharing. Here, here Arjun shared that last night the parents was argued, right? Last night it was argument for they, maybe they are screaming at towards each other, maybe conflict is going on. The child doesn't know whatever the conflicts, whatever the arguments, at whole environment is changed here. That environment is impact on a child. That environment, that invisible backpack he is carrying to school, in subconscious mind, child doesn't know what is backpack, why she is not, but only in his subconscious my parents was doing something, arguing to each other, they're screaming at each other. That environment's impacting. See, you can see not only the verbal, we are telling something this and that, the child impacts here, something is happening, not that is or not, environment also impacting on your child's behavior there. Subconscious, my parents have done this, my parents have. So that invisible back, and he is unable to greet your teacher, unable to give the answer, anything can be there. That small notice is very important here. Why the child is sitting like this? Why child is not answering me? That educators, this small notice is very important. So that notice make much difference here. So what are you doing here? Small conversation after the class. You have to get the conversation. You should ask, you should use positive phrases, you should build a trust. That child will share with you that that teacher got to know that child parents got some arguments last night, right? Immediately the teacher should connect to the counselor or the parents. That what will happen, then they will take immediately action here, because they should be, first we should calm down, the child should understand this is nothing, that nothing is happened. Because most of the time I used to tell whatever, see small younger children also, I used to tell them don't discuss anything in front of children, because we'll think the child is playing, but grasping coverage will be there, listening skills will be there, that whatever the arguments are going there, whatever the parents are discussing something, they listen to us, and that baggage, invisible baggage, they will carry here. So this is very important. We should not neglect the younger children. Okay, he is a child, okay, he doesn't know anything. Not like that. Each and everything, small things, they have grasping power, they'll have listening skills. So we should not misunderstand. The child is playing, okay, he doesn't know anything. That is the thing. So you have to, here we are building trust, we making connection before correction. Before correction means we are not going judge here, we are not going ask any questions here. So that is correction. Connection, you are building connection. The child is open up and the child is sharing whatever he is having problem here. So here is the first, building trust. Next, create a safe classroom. Create safe classroom means what? In a preschools, in schools, we used to say you should class should be very neat and clean. You should not keep shop or just like that. That's not the here. Who should create the safe classroom? As an educator, you should create the safe classroom. How will create the classroom? Maybe not like that. Just you are boosting confidence in your child. You are encouraging them because in your student, maybe few all children are not very quick learners. Maybe few are slow, maybe few are will be not able to answer you, maybe language problem is there, anything can be to happen. So not like that each and every student are giving standing and giving answer, they are quick learners, not like that. So here each and every one, we have to see all children are same. Whoever is not able to do, we are giving them efforts, we are boosting them energy, we are boosting their confidence here. Now suppose in your class, you are taking class, you have some competition, or you are in between, you have oral test today. So you are keep on asking you, maybe one quick, maybe he is an average student, maybe the teacher said, okay, stand up, give me an answer. Maybe the child all of a sudden, when you say stand up, give me answer, the child may be very confusion. If I say, maybe he knows, the child knows answer, in confusion, assuming. What is it assuming? If I say, maybe it will be wrong, or maybe correct, maybe my teacher will be angry with me, or maybe teacher will give me punishment, maybe other children will go. This type of assumptions will be there in a child. What a child will get when child is trying to give you answer, maybe other children is laughing, maybe other children are like commenting anything, you have to make them to calm down. Here efforts is matter, not the correct answer. Maybe grammatical mistake, by anything it can be, I mean maybe language problem, because each and everyone is not a compulsory, each and everyone knows the English also. Maybe few children will be comfortable their own languages here. So you have to make them to comfortable to get to know how much effort the child is giving to give you answer. So you should create in the classroom here, tell, you should inform the children the efforts is matter, not the correct answer. Because today if you are boosting their confidence, may today you are encouraging, you can give it the positive phrase, okay, I understand, you're not able to do, you can learn better tomorrow, you can give me right answer tomorrow. It doesn't matter, you should give the correct answer also. It does not, it doesn't matter if he's not able to, maybe some few words will be, they will eat, the sentence will be not clear, maybe grammatical, anything can be. So you, what you're doing, you are creating safe classroom, you're teaching other children also, efforts is matter, not the correct answer. You can see that now suppose test is there, anxious and test will or exams, the children will be very anxious. What you will do at that time, that you have to make them to calm down, you make them to drink water. You can say, okay, how much you know, you can write, it doesn't matter it's wrong or correct, how much you know, you write, so you will get a better marks. If you're not doing this test also, you can, okay, you can do next test also. So this type of the positive phrases, here you are creating very safe classroom. When you do all these things, the child will build more trust. My teacher is appreciating me, my teacher is giving me a positive phrase, I can do it, tomorrow I learn more better, I can give you good answer, I can write test, my all this. So this type of the phrases impacts on your child. So teacher is creating here very safe classroom, not fearness, not scared. Okay, if I go class, maybe I will get punishment. That fearness is not there. Because see, now as a older, if anyone, someone judge will get very easily angry. Same thing nowadays you can see in children also. When if you judge, the children will very like due to the judgments, then the child is not open up because that fearness there, assumptions are there. So they are not able to give you answer. So at that time, when you're creating the safe classroom, when you're the build the trust, you're starting, that is a much important. This type of the environment impacts on your student here. Check in with the emotions. Now in your class, for each and every when you can't check the emotions also, because we can understand so many students are there in your class, or at home parents will be busy with their routine, right? So in your class you can keep these emojis like happy, okay, sad, worried. This is the four is very important. Happy, okay is okay. Sad, worried is a little bit difficult here. While taking just I'm giving you small activity here. So while taking attendance, you can tell that, come on, you go and tap what type of the emotions you have today. Are you happy, are you sad, are you worried? So the child go and tap the emojis. Suppose one or two child tapping sad, tapping worried, so you are going to notice that one or two days, okay, continuous that child is tapping sad or worried, then it should will come to your notice. What you will do at that time? So you have to take them. You should make them sure what type of the worried. Maybe exam anxious are there. Maybe debates are anxious are there. Maybe any type of the anxious. What type of the anxious? That you should get to know. Then when you will get to know that type of the emotions, you can work on that part. Because most of the time children will not get emotions. They know only happy, sad, crying, this much only. Though worried means why they are worried. Maybe due to exams are they worried, due to the test they are worried, why this is worried, why they are sad. So you will get to notice this type of the small emotions. This type of the activity you can do. If you are at the younger children, you can say tap of the day. Or while it's a little older children, while taking attendance, you can ask them any one small one phrase, one word about the emotion. You can ask them. You can do some few activities. Because the child is also very much interested today which activity we are going to do. While taking attendance, what teacher will ma'am will ask us one question here, so they will be ready with the question answer, but they will be very have curiosity to give you answer. So this type of the small activity you can do when you're taking the attendance in a school. Here respond, don't react. So don't react means what? Like you're not giving any punishments yet, you're not screaming at you're not if some any child is giving you troubling you in between, you can tell you can't tell them to go and stand outside, right? But what you how you are going to respond here? So small here, see, I will share first this story here. So one child is not responding here, teacher, the teacher will check why, what happened, why you're not answering anything, it can be there. So what he says, the child is not active in your class because last night he had not slept because his grandmother was in hospital. Because not proper sleep, he is not able to active in your class. Maybe he's sleeping, maybe he's down on his head on our bench, anything can be here. And I give you very practical example here, because nowadays we can see hyperactive children in each and every class. One or two children will be there. Nowadays, all school are giving shadow teachers here for each and every hyperactive child is there. Shadow teacher must nowadays. Before that, before nowadays it started. Before that, previous I'm discussing about the previous time. So that time was no high shadow teachers, no special educators when I started my career at that time. So we used to manage students. And how we will manage? Because when you're doing some activity, when you're doing lessons, when you're writing notes on your board, the child used to disturb, because the child is not multitask. He is not having the listening skill. He will disturb the class. He will bang the table. Anything it can be there. And he will come in between. How you will manage in your student, in your class? You are the one, you are doing the activities here, you are doing taking your class, you are explaining lesson, and this child is coming in between and disturbing you. This time you can't react, right? So what you have to do, that type of the child, if you have, you can engage with the activities. You know that child will disturb you, so before that only you should keep some activities, and you can engage that with activities the child. If suppose you can't do and he's not able to do, so you can take help of the nanny or help of the auntie, whoever they in the class extra, and make the child, make sure the child is engaged with the other activities and you can carry on with your work. So what you're doing here, you're not reacting here, you are responding with the activities, you are managing. Your patience level here is very high because you are trying to do you are managing hyper child also, you are can managing your school class activities also. So you are both you are doing here. So in hyperactive children is very much very active, the frequently movement will be there, they are not able to sit in one place, right? So for that type of the students, managing is very difficult actually. So nowadays shadow teacher is must, that is also very good. And if that shadow teacher is also not there, you can manage like this. For this type of activity you can do at class also. If you have any trouble, maybe suppose apart from the active child, maybe one child is not well. Suppose you think all of a sudden child is not well, some stomach pain or fever, all of a sudden what you will do, you make the child to make sure, because that child is maybe crying, maybe is disturbing the class, what you will do, you are going to make the sleep, or you can make a restroom, you can take the other room, make the child sleep, and you can carry on with the work. So this type of the at many instances are they, the teacher is sometimes they are very confusion how to manage, because children is troubling, academic pressures are there, they're unable to manage here. So this type of the little patience level, and you're not going to react, and you are going to respond the activities, how you're going to take care of your child student, right? So here known when to refer. When you will refer, psychologist mistake when school start, most of the parents will visit us, psychologist, because the challenges begin here. Till UKG, they will think, okay, chalo LKG, UKG, nursery will manage. At once they will start the regular school, like they will begin grade one. That time they can see the challenges here, because till that young child, okay, he's a child, he's frequently moving, he's not writing notes, it's okay, that's okay, this okay, right? At once start challenges, they will start visiting us, ma'am, my child is not doing this, my child is not doing this, we have this challenges, we have that challenges, right? So when you have the small things, whatever I gave examples that you can manage in your class, beyond that, what is beyond that, behavior changes over time, right? The student seems continually fear and anxious, and they are of any concern about self-harm or safety, trauma is suspect. Like few children and very have anger issues here. Maybe they will bang the tables, violence, they will hit, they will start hitting the children. While playing, they will start pushing the each other. At games, you can see the playground, the child start pushing each other, harming, and like bullying to each other. Anxious, they're not eating proper lunch, all time they're sleeping on their bench. So whenever you see this beyond, the teacher can't manage well all this, right? So on playground, the teacher can't go and see each and every child while you're playing or not. Maybe all of a sudden it happens. Then what will complaints will come? The parents will complain. This happened, that happened. So that time you have to see this few activities where the child is beyond that. You are not able to manage. What you have to do, you have to connect the right person. Your school counselors are there, your counselor is not there, you can connect your principal, you should connect to the parents. So when this will get to know the challenges that the parents will connect to the right person for the guidance. Maybe the child need counseling, maybe the child need therapy. According to the situation, according to the case history, they will connect to the right person here. So these small things is not going to manage. This is all, see, little bit, this is a, like a violence, we no one can appreciate. Banging is no one can be pushing. If you're suppose unexpected, if their child got hurt, other parents will complain to you, right? So this over, you know that this type of behavior I am not able to manage, I can't do this, so you have to refer your principal, school council, or parents. That's why we used to tell in each, in you need not to wait for the parent meeting also here. Immediately if you see some changes, just write a note, right? You have to note down what time, and main here you should see the timing and situation also here, because at what time child is reacting, what child time, maybe few children will be after lunch, they will be more active. Maybe few children will be after, when they will become school, after breakfast, they will be more active at that time. If they are very like harm, self-harm, pushing or banging anything, frequently moving and pushing this and that, that you have to note that this time this child is doing this activity. This is unmanageable. You can't do it, right? So you have to note that time and situation, and you have to give this notes to your principal. Then principal can connect your parents or counselor. So this is the right way. So because sometimes we'll remember or sometimes not, right? So then from parents side you will get lot of questions. Why happened, what happened, when happened, right? All question marks will be here. So better to make the notes, keep in your memory at what time, at what situation the child is reacting. Then the psychology, they will give this history to psychologist, it will be easy to know that what time, why this is happening. Question mark is why this is happening with the child. Maybe any environments impacting on, maybe some children is like comparison is there or bullying is there. This is also is very important here.
Miss Usha, a gentle reminder about the timing, ma'am.
Yes, let's finish, ma'am. What every teacher can do tomorrow here. See, this is all we already discussed. Greet every student by name, praise effort and not perfection, speak privately before correcting publicly, spend 2 minutes checking, and listen without judging, loop in parents and counselor we need. This all we have covered here. So you can better know how to deal with your student here. So teachers are not expected to be psychologists, but every teacher can be a safe adult in a child's. Here is the three main key points. One, caring conversation, one, encouraging word, one, observant teacher. So this is a very important building trust here, and here creating safe classroom, and here is one small notice. What type of the notice you have done here. So this is your questions here. If anyone want to ask me questions, they can ask, or I have also few questions here to ask anyone here.
We have one audience, ma'am. Miss Madhu or Mr. Madhu, I don't know. If you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and ask a question to Usha Rani, please. Madhu, can you hear me? Any questions from your end? Okay. So, ma'am, I have a couple of questions to ask you based on the summary of your talk. If you can stop sharing your screen, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you. So what does this invisible backup mean to you as an educator or a parent?
Sorry, ma'am. Repeat, ma'am.
What does this invisible backup mean to you as an educator or a parent?
Emotions, ma'am. See, anxiety will be there. I have just already have explained here. Emotions, like so we have anger issues. Okay, we are not able to. How we will do anger issues? We will be frustrated. Will bang or will scream out with the elders, right? Then the children, what will do? They will bang. They will throw the out things. They will throw the tantrums. You can see the emotions. Whatever the backpacks like where now we say we are carrying baggages. Wherever we'll go, we carry baggages. That same thing, younger children will carry backpack. This is called backpack because they doesn't know about what they are carrying. See, you have given like the child is very depressed about that. That parents are have conflicts. They are arguing, but child doesn't know what is the arguing, what is the conflict, why they are screaming at towards each other. That child doesn't know. The subconscious mind, we have two minds like present mind and subconscious mind. Now we can see subconscious mind, lot of mess will be there for us, something overthinking will be there. So that type of the environment impacts us. Suppose we are going somewhere, some that negativity that impacts us. Why this is happening? Our body will feel very low. Why this is happening? Why it's happening? When you will discuss with that one person, he or she, older or younger, anyone, you will get to know what type of the back is. See, sharing is very important here, right? And we older people, whoever the nearest people are there, will share the feelings. But child doesn't know how to share, because nowadays you can see, ma'am, each and every child have the judgment fear. They have fearness. They have assumptions that if I do this, I will get punishment. If I say this, if my parents not listen, what I should do. The assumptions making, the judgments, fear of judges, the children are not open up nowadays. You can see
Right.
a lot of curiosity in social anxiety nowadays. Peer pressures are there. So they are when, if, suppose if something they are not in budget, one child is asking, the parents will stop. No, you are not going. We are not going to give this, and don't go. Don't ask me like this. If suppose if anything affordable also, if want to ask also, the fairness will, if I ask, if last time my parents refused to me give me, and this time if I ask, my parents will refuse me, they will not afford, they can't give me. So that type of assumption. So every time the parents are not going to refuse, right? Sometimes they will give you something, whatever the affordable, what can they give, they can give. And that type of that's why all time I used to tell any parent, please don't go for any negative, immediately don't react. Just think over it, what type of the question you are getting from your child, how to talk, how the, because first we have to make them to understand that we are here, we are ready to hear you. What type of the question is there, according to that you have to read immediately. No, you're not going to give me answer, you're not going to ask me this. Immediately questions, judgments is not referred here, ma'am. Because this is a, has a previous days, you can see many of us, like we used to listen to our parents. Nowadays no one is going to listen to parents. You have to be very gentle parenting here, or you're going to ask any questions, you make them to understand that question related answer, you make them to understand, okay chalo. Because you can see the sibling fights now. I have done recently case study sibling fights, because they all time parents will support to the younger one, they will neglect, okay you do, you give to younger. This type of the environments impact the child, and he started assuming every time my parents will support my younger brother, they are not supporting me. They, he's in school is very good, at home he is having anger issues. So what is the difference is, why at home he is having, in school is very good boy, he is very good, he is studying well, everything is good. At when he comes back, he is very against for everything, and he is ready to fight with your his younger brother. So this type of the environment also is very tough. So whenever the younger one is doing something or elder, make them to sit both the children and make them to understand what is happening, what is good, what is bad, why this reaction is become anger issues. So understanding is the more important, first connection. So first connection, I used to tell, any relationship is a first connection, ma'am. So that connect, once you start connecting, automatically you will get trying to you will try to understand what type of the situation is going on, and what are the situation, because each and every case studies is different here. Every situation is different, and I can't tell this is happening with this child and tomorrow other child also same problem. Totally different here. Each and every child total behaviors, total assumptions is different. You can see nowadays, if you ask me, social media anxiety is much more, peer pressure is much more here.
Right. Uh, Please answer in brief. What positive phrases would you recommend to the educators or parents to
Yes, ma'am.
build their trust with the
Yes, see,
children?
here is first, you can share with me, I am here, right? I am here to listen to you, I am not going to judge you, you can trust me, everything will be confidential, your feelings are much important here. You can like you, I am proud of you. You have to boost their confidence here, because when the confidence is low, the child is not open up. So wait, how you are building that, that is the main thing. We can take break, you can take break, we can play some having some play fun type games. Or if you suppose a child is not answering, if you have used all type of the phrases, ma'am, if child is not answering, what you will do, you should have one fun play game, any puzzle, any riddles, you can start asking, like if how was a day, we can't how was a day daily, like direct questioning we can't ask a child. You can what type of the fun you have today in your school, what good thing you have done to the school, what is like important, did you have fun today, anything bad that's irritating you today. So that type of the questions you're going to the, how was a day, did you learn this, did you how did homework, you can't. So all each and every phrase is a positive. I'm here,
Okay.
ready to listen to you, I appreciate you, everything is confidential, you can share with me, I believe you, I trust you. So this is our very important phrases, ma'am.
What does psychological safety mean in a classroom setting, ma'am?
Cycle is the same thing, ma'am. And connection. See, uh, you can see between before days and nowadays it's very much differences in teaching pattern or teachers pattern also, because nowadays we see we're using international methods. They'll used to say gentle parenting, you can't do this, you can't do that. We are most of the things we are using international methods also. Psychological means what you are going to understand the child mentality here. This I gave you example, the hyper child will be there, some autism children will be there in your class, and you can't going to differentiate here. You are going to understand what is a child here, first thing. You should understand the child background. Maybe that not like that, all have some genetic problems, all write-ups have some few problems, not like that. Because this whatever that we are seeing in nowadays, learning disabilities, ADHD, hyper, that's not all of the genetics. This is all related to the neurological. So how you will deal the neurological mix? You have to go for as a like a situation. Suppose one child is doing, you should understand why. Suppose, ma'am, learning this, the child not able to copy the notes properly from board, and is not a multitask. What you are going to do? And you can give the notes, you can inform the parents the child is not able to compare. They can go for the therapies for the learning disability is nothing much supporting to the academics here. So the therapist make the sure to make the handwriting improve, right? Whatever the learning that maybe is pronunciation is not good, reading is not good, so you are supporting here. So what teacher is doing here has a in a class, she is taking care of that what type of the neurological is there. Some are quick learners, some are quick learners, some are very slow. Why it is slow? Maybe they have some problem. Maybe I thought one or two times they should read, one or two times they should write. So this type of the neurological problem, it's not a all students are same, not all children are same. Few are quick learners, very few are slow learners. So according to that situation, according to the child psychological, what is happening? Psychological is a neurological. That's all how you are behaving. Now we are carrying some issues, and we are older people. We will show according to our expressions. Will change automatically our behavior, sitting pattern, standing pattern, everything will change. That's how the child will show you, ma'am.
Thank
Apart
you so
from the
much.
sitting, that is a
Yes.
only sitting or not listening, or they will not focus when teacher is explaining. What he will do? He will see and hear there. He will like hit the pencil on table, or he will disturb others children, or some few children they will hide under the table. This is also is there. So according to that, we should notice what type of the psychological is here, why this is happening. So all doctors, everyone is saying the autism is now, till now no one know the why autism is here. Why autism is that? This is all called the only neurological. We also have neurological. Sometimes we will be like subconscious mind, and we when we are in subconscious, we are thinking some overthinking. Will not in a present mind. Mindfulness will be not there. So that's why I will teach mindfulness. Mindfulness, how it will come? Focus how it will come when you keep on writing, when you do mandala, when you keep on breathing exercise. That mindfulness will come to us. When we do the meditation, we used to tell them, come on, concentrate on breathing. Why? That is mindfulness. Mindfulness is observing yourself, what is happening with you, what is not happening with, that is the important here. If subconscious, you can't do anything, because overthinking will, the mess will be there in our subconscious mind. So present mind is very important. For present mind, from there to here, we have to be mindfulness is very important. That's why I used to tell in my therapy session, mindfulness is, because whatever we do therapies, first we'll start with the mandala. Mandala is very important to focus with the soft music. The child should concentrate how the child doing coloring here. Mandala means not coloring like this. Each and every line, everything he has to do in between that. That is a very important with focus. How the child is choosing the colors also is very important. What type of the colors? Why this color he is using? Why few children you can see they will repeat same colors. Few children they will go for the black. So black is negativity for us. Will not allow to use black here. So apart from the black, you can use other colors also. We will teach them how you are going to use these colors in your therapy, how mindfulness is important, how this learning disability is very important, how you will go for this therapy, learning disabilities. Plus, we do in between counseling questions also, because, ma'am, for minor children, no, we will not approach for the counseling actually here, because that child doesn't know how to answer what to do, right? So we'll prefer for the therapy. For minor children, parents counseling is very important. Parents should take the sessions. They will understand, because uh, we are all educated, ma'am. We are all educated. We know everything. But in few areas, guidance is very important. So,
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for the detailed explanation. Because of the time constraint, I have to end the session. Anything else you want to mention before I end the session, ma'am?
uh, nothing, ma'am. What I should tell. Thank you very much, Pravina. So approaching. I think you got points, right?
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you very much.